Well, I've got a little dilemma here. Trying to take my blades off. Obviously, obviously I need new blades. I know, don't get on to me. I should have done it a long time ago. This is actually the cutting edge, so it's not as, I don't know why that backside got ate up that bad. Man, that's the cutting edge and that's the backside. Boy, it is really boogered up. Anyway, but whoever had this mower before me stripped these bolts. It's a 15 millimeter. This comes off a Scott's mower. It's made by John Deere, and I've had it, gosh, I've had it 5, 6, 7 years. Just been a great mower, but I got an issue here because I cannot get that off. Now, I made the mistake of using a 12-point socket instead of a 6-point socket. I might have gotten it off. I had an impact wrench. I just raised the tractor up without pulling the deck off. This is the first time I've had the deck off of it. And I raised it up and tried to reach under it with a impact wrench and just stripped those threads. I tried a pair of vice grips and it wouldn't do it. I just didn't really have probably a big enough pair, and I tried a pipe wrench, but there's just not enough room right in here to get a pipe wrench. Just can't get a good bite on it. So I'm going to do something that I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm going to take that nut right there and weld to that bolt, and then I'm going to loosen that. Once it's welded to that nicely, then I'm just going to put my impact wrench on this bolt and it'll unscrew that bolt. That's the plan. Again, I've tried most everything else, so this is about the only way to do it. I did spray it yesterday with some PB Blaster, and man, if you haven't tried PB Blaster, it's much better than, in my opinion, much better than WD-40, Liquid Wrench, PB Blaster. Good stuff. I'll put a link to it below the video. Anyway, I'm going to try to weld this, and I will show you that. So I've got a little clamp on it, a little pair of vice grips. I probably will try to weld it first right in here on the top of that other bolt, and then I'm just going to put my welding rod down in there and just fill up that hole, and hopefully that will get it welded enough to that bolt. And the heat will help too. Heating it up will help loosen it up, but hopefully that will get enough weld on it, make it strong enough to break it loose with an impact wrench. By the way, if you're looking for a welder, it's hard to beat a Lincoln. And that's a Lincoln SA, or excuse me, AC 225. It's 225 amps, which is big enough to weld just about anything. That's a lot of amps. Just a great little welder. It's what we call, most people call a cracker box. Just a little, it's about 2 feet tall, about 16, 18 inches wide. It's 220, but it is just the smoothest little old thing. I bought this one a few years ago, and just a great welder. So I will put, if you are looking for a welder, let me put a link to it below that you can just go look and look at the reviews, and just check out the Lincoln cracker box, 225 amp cracker box arc welder. They don't call it a cracker box. Everybody else calls it a cracker box. Great little welder. So let's get to it. I do have a little slag on the sides here that's keeping the socket from going down on there all the way. So I'm going to knock a little bit of that off. It's going down pretty good. Okay, moment of truth. Gave it a little shot of PB Blaster. I like that stuff. Air compressor's charged up. We'll see. And that is what I want. Weld a nut on top of a bolt. Get that puppy out of there. That's the only way I can figure it out to get it out. Okay, got to do the other side. Then we'll put new blades on it, but I thought I'd just show you this. If all else fails, and you just cannot get a nut off, a bolt out because it's stripped, weld another one on top of it, a good one that you can get a good bite on, and pull it out of there. Impact wrench is a wonderful thing. That's air, but I'm fixing to get me a electric. I'll put a link to the electric one I want down below the video, because it's looks like a good one. I've got a bunch of Ryobi cordless tools, and that is a cordless impact. I'd like to have one for jobs such as this, where I don't have to bring the cord, the air hose. Okay, I still got one more to do, and that was a little tough, I tell you, because the first one I didn't get down didn't get the weld deep enough on that bolt. The second one, I turned up the volume on the welder, the amps, turned it up to about 135, and I got down in there deep, down in that hole on that nut, and then I also welded it on the sides too pretty good. Again, the heat helps some, PB Blaster helps some. I like the PB Blaster, it helps a lot, but when you strip one off, you know, it doesn't matter how much PB Blaster you put on it. If you can't get a bite on it, it ain't coming out. Oh, me. I'm sweating. But then that's what I am. I am like a bad 1980s Christmas gift. I'm a sweater. Alright. That puppy's off there. One more to go. Then we'll get a new set of blades. Thought you might want to see it. I'll show it to you. Getting off strip bolts when all else fails. We go.